G'day guys, Ed Halmagi here, and I've got to tell you, it's my absolute pleasure to be your host this evening for a very special event brought to you by the Bay to Bay Vet Promotional Committee. It is, of course, the New South Wales Trainee Awards for the Central and Northern Sydney region. And it's a very special occasion where we take the opportunity to recognise the extraordinary achievements of some really special young people. 2020 does in fact mark the 65th anniversary of these awards. And look, while we can't be doing it as we always do, together, side by side, sitting in a theatre, this year, digitally is going to have to do. Hopefully next year, I'll be looking you in the eye, shaking your hand, and we'll be celebrating together as a crowd. Fingers crossed. Now, the apprentices, trainees and students who are being recognised tonight are the best in the region, and we'd personally like to congratulate each and every one of them on the success they've managed to achieve so far. There are a total of 29 regional finalists. It's an amazing thing, and you'll get to hear more about them. But first, I would like to welcome Jackson Hunt.
We are the preschoolers acknowledge the traditional carers and protectors of this land. They are the Camilleri people, those who are gone, those who are here, and those who get to come. We hold them in our hearts and in our thoughts as we walk upon the land today.
Jackson, congratulations, mate. Honestly, absolutely brilliant. I'm so impressed. You are a superstar in the making. And a big shout out to Farron Street Preschool as well for helping make it possible. But do you know who really made it possible? Jackson's parents, so thank you to them as well. Now comes time for our keynote address, and it's coming from none other than David Collins. David's a great guy, known him for absolutely years. He's the Executive Director, Training Services New South Wales, Skills and Higher Education, and always someone with a bit of insight for all of us.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm delighted to welcome you all to the 2020 Central and Northern Sydney Training Awards. Unfortunately, COVID-19 means we can't be together for this celebration, but I'm very pleased on behalf of Training Services New South Wales to bring this online. To start with, let's acknowledge that wherever we are, we're meeting on Aboriginal land. Always was, always will be Aboriginal land. I'd like to extend my respect to elders past, present and emerging, and a greeting to all Aboriginal people with us today. At the start of this celebration, I'd just like to acknowledge the amazing impact that COVID-19 has had on all of us. Coming hard on the heels of a tough summer with major bushfires, COVID-19 has changed the way in which we work and learn. Whether you're an apprentice, a trainee, a student, an employer, a training provider or a school, it has completely changed our way of operating, and it's going to change us as we go forward. Our training awards have been a part of that. For Training Services New South Wales, we got a record number of applications this year, which is just terrific. So many people recognising their achievement or celebrating their achievement with us. And I'm really proud that we, in conjunction with our colleagues, have worked really hard to do this in a different way. We're online. We're not having the usual celebration that we have, where we're able to bring our family and friends together to recognise our achievement. We're now doing that online. For you who are being recognised today, I want to congratulate you. I want to congratulate you on your achievement, on being selected through that really large number of people who have applied, but also for putting forward yourself, for telling us about yourself, about those things that you have done that have made you different and how vocational education and training is really transforming your life. I want to commend you on your effort. I want to commend you on going through the online process. A challenge for some, but the results are terrific. I want to thank your family, your friends for supporting you, your education and training providers. I want to thank everyone who supported you. I want to thank our team from Training Services New South Wales as well for leading us through this process. This is the 65th year that we've been celebrating the Training Awards, a major milestone. And it's a great thing because it is a celebration of all things that are good about vocational education and training. It is a celebration of the hard work of the training providers, the teachers and trainers, and the industries that provide those employment and training opportunities. So, thank you very much, congratulations, and let this be the start of something big.
Now at this stage, it is my opportunity to welcome Max Wilson to give the official welcome. Max is the president of the Beta Bay Vet Promotional Committee. He prefers to go as El Presidente, but it's just Max for tonight.
Good evening. On behalf of the Beta Bay Vet Promotional Committee, I'm delighted to welcome you here to the 2020 Central and Northern Sydney Regional Training Awards. These awards provide us with an opportunity to acknowledge and showcase the outstanding achievements of our regional apprentices, trainees and students. This year, we are celebrating 65 years. The awards have been an important part of training in New South Wales. In 1955, the industry was expanding at an unprecedented rate, resulting in a shortage of skilled tradespeople. A New South Wales organising committee was formed to raise the profile of trade training and encourage more employers to participate in apprentice training. The committee launched Apprenticeship Week, a series of events that included a march through the streets of Sydney by the apprentices and a careers exhibition to raise awareness of the importance of trade training and with a focus on attracting school leavers to apprenticeships. Vocational education and training is as important today as it was 65 years ago. We needed a skilled workforce then. We need a skilled workforce today. Post-COVID-19, the New South Wales Government is continuing to undertake major infrastructure projects. All industry sectors are impacted by investment in infrastructure. What it means is more jobs. It also means more demands for lots of apprentices and trainees, all earning while they're learning. Vocational skills are in demand and valued by employers. Demand is going to continue to grow strongly. Our public and private training providers, group training organisations, apprenticeship network providers, schools and government and private sector agencies all play a key role in alignment with industry, ensuring that we have a well-trained and skilled workforce. Selecting the finalists for our 2020 Training Awards was very difficult. The review and judging panel were very impressed with the high calibre of all the applicants. Finalists deserve recognition for their exceptional efforts and accomplishments. And our regional training awards would not be possible without the vital support of our regional sponsors. We are happy to see so many of our past sponsors continuing to support the awards. On behalf of the Beta Bay Committee, I would like to thank our sponsors.
All right, let's get this show on the road, which means it's time to announce our regional finalists for this evening, and they're coming to us in 6 categories. please keep in mind that all of these finalists are extraordinary people, the very best of the best in what it is that they do. Our first category is Vocational Student of the Year, and it's being supported tonight by Bear Cottage, a charity with which I'm very familiar and of whom I'm very supportive. They're an amazing group of people. Okay, there's 4 regional finalists in this particular category, and they are Donna Fisher. She's doing a Cert 3 in Travel through TAFE New South Wales. Anna Gregory is doing Cert 3 in Horticulture, again through TAFE New South Wales. Luca Cronenberg is doing Cert 4 in Tertiary Preparation, also at TAFE New South Wales. Taylor Splitt is doing a Diploma of Beauty Therapy. She's employed by Benefit Cosmetics and her training is being provided by TAFE New South Wales. A big congratulations to all of our Vocational Student of the Year finalists. The next category is Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander Student of the Year. It's sponsored by BSI Learning Limited, and there's 4 regional finalists in this category. First up, we have Kyle McIntyre, who's doing Cert 3 in Business Administration. His employer is MEGT. His host employer is the Starlight Children's Foundation, and his training is being provided by the Australian College of Commerce and Management Proprietary Limited. Next, we have Jenaya Millgate. She's doing a Diploma of Early Childhood Education and Care. She's being employed at Farron Street Proprietary Limited. Her training provider is Early Childhood Training and Resource Centre. Next, we have Nilesh Nair. He's doing a Diploma of Counselling. He's been employed by NBL Australia, and his training provider is TAFE New South Wales. Crystal Overton is our 4th finalist. She's doing Certificate 3 in Business Administration. Her employer is Souths Cares, and her training is being provided by TAFE New South Wales. Congratulations to all of our Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander Student of the Year finalists. I wish you all the very best of luck. The next category is Vet in Schools Student of the Year, and it's supported by Bear Cottage. There are 7 finalists in this particular category, and I can't wait to meet them. First up, we have Jasmine Bonello. She is doing Cert 2 in Business. Her school is Our Lady of the Sacred Heart College, and her training is being provided by Sydney Catholic Schools. Amy Breen is doing Cert 2 in Business. She's at Bridgetine College, and her training is being provided also by Sydney Catholic Schools. Olivia Detpler-Howe is doing Cert 3 in Events, and she's doing it at Oxford Falls Grammar School. Her training is being provided by TAFE New South Wales. Evangeline Hickson is doing Cert 2 in Kitchen Operations. Go you good thing. She's doing it at St Scholastica's College, and they're also her training provider. Alicia McEwen is doing Cert 3 in Visual Arts. Her school is Bradfield Senior College, and she's having her training provided by TAFE New South Wales. Ella Rigg is another of these very intelligent people in kitchen operations. She's doing Cert 2. She's at Bridgetine College and has her training provided by Sydney Catholic Schools. Jacinta Smith is our final contestant here. She's also doing Cert 2 in kitchen operations. It's really nice to see so many girls doing this. I'm really, really loving it. St Scholastica's is also her school, which is also her training provider. Now listen, to all you Vet in Schools finalists, congratulations on being nominated. I can't wait to see who comes out on top. It's not only vet that you can do while you're at school, you might do a school-based apprenticeship or traineeship as well. And that's in fact our next category. It's sponsored by the Australian College of Commerce and Management. We have 4 finalists in this particular category, and they are Ryan Grouse is doing a Cert 3 in Carpentry. He's employed by Gardner Construction. His school is Champagnat Catholic College, and his training is being provided by Masters in Building Training. Lucy Martin is doing a Certificate 3 in Early Childhood Education and Care. Her employer is the Diocese of Broken Bay Early Learning and Care Centre at Waitara. Her school is St Bridget's Catholic College, Lake Manmora, and her training is being provided by Carbon Training Solutions. Jordan Wall is doing a Certificate 3 in Retail Services. His employer is IGA at Allambie Heights, and I've got to tell you, I go there all the time, so congratulations to him. He goes to school at St Paul's Catholic College, and his training is being provided by Catholic Schools Office Diocese of Broken Bay. Charlie Watson is doing Certificate 3 in Early Childhood Education and Care. She's employed at Maroubra Playtime Childcare Centre. Her school is Our Lady of the Sacred Heart College, and her training is being provided by TAFE New South Wales. They are 4 fantastic finalists. I wish them all the very best, and I cannot wait to find out who is our very best apprentice or trainee in school. Our next category is Trainee of the Year, and it's sponsored by Australian Training Company. Now, we have 5 finalists in this very particular category, all of whom are supremely talented, so let's meet them. First up, we have Moe Adavali, doing a Diploma of Early Childhood Education and Care. Employed at the Meadowbank Multipurpose Learning Centre, she has training provided by Carbon Training Solutions. Georgia Hopkins is also doing a Diploma of Early Childhood Education and Care. Employed by the Pennant Hills Preschool Kindergarten, she has training provided by TAFE New South Wales. Megan Hutton is doing Certificate 4 in Social Housing. She's employed by Work Ventures Limited. Her host employer is the Women's Housing Company, and her training is provided by the New South Wales Federation of Housing Association Incorporated. Chloe McDougall is doing Certificate 3 in Business. She's employed by Arc Group Training Limited, and her host employer is Field Turf Australia Proprietary Limited. Her training is being provided by Train Australia Proprietary Limited. Rena Rizzato is doing Certificate 3 in Customer Engagement. She's employed at Busways Trust, and her training provider is the Australian College of Commerce and Management Proprietary Limited. So there we have my 5 finalists. Best of luck to all of you. Rightio, we are down to our final category, which is for Apprentice of the Year, and it's sponsored by Health and Safety Advisory Service. This time we have 5 finalists in this very particular category, so let's get on with it. First up, we have Quinton Crombie. He's doing Certificate 3 in Locksmithing. Don't let him pick your pocket. You'll find he's employed at Hildebrand Locksmiths Proprietary Limited, and his training is provided by TAFE New South Wales. Sarah Musico is doing Certificate 3 in Commercial Cookery. Another good one. She's employed at the Star Culinary Institute, and her training is provided by TAFE New South Wales. Josiah Adonga is doing a Certificate 3 in Carpentry. His employer is the MacArthur Group Training Limited. His host employer is Icon Company New South Wales Proprietary Limited, and his training is being provided by TAFE New South Wales. Leanne Rays, I thought it was Leanne Rhymes there for a minute, thankfully it isn't, because she's doing Certificate 3 in Hairdressing. She's employed by Wildlife Hairdressing, and her training is being provided by TAFE New South Wales. Holly Ross is doing Certificate 3 in Landscape Construction, employed by Kiora Landscapes, Kiora Proprietary Limited, and training is being provided by TAFE New South Wales. A huge congratulations to all of our Apprentice of the Year finalists. Very best of luck to you. Rightio, that ends us letting you know who the finalists would be. I want to say a huge congratulations to all of them. They are not only a really talented bunch of people, but they're a very lovely bunch of people as well. And no matter where you're watching in the world, we're all streaming it, aren't we? But I'll tell you what, I'm sure you're giving them a round of applause just as much as I am. But from me and from the Bay to Bay Vet Promotional Committee, we'd like to extend a big thank you to everybody who helped support our finalists through their journeys, because without you, it simply wouldn't be possible. You are as much part of this as they are. Now, before we get on to the big announcements, I've got something really special to share with you. You might remember, if you came to the 2019 Beta Bay Awards at the Concourse Theatre in Chatswood, that we met a really remarkable young lady. Her name was Madison Camilleri, and she ended up being our 2019 winner. She was Trainee of the Year. She also went on to compete for New South Wales Trainee of the Year as well. She is someone who will show you how it's done. So why don't we have a bit of a chat with her? That's right, this is Madison Camilleri, and she was the 2019 Trainee of the Year. Now, what have you done since then? It's been like a whole... it's been a year.
Since then, I was fortunate enough to continue on through the training journey to New South Wales.
Okay.
Yes, and unfortunately, I didn't win New South Wales, but that's okay because I have continued.
It's okay, we still love you.
Oh, thank you. I've continued my journey with the Training Services New South Wales, and I'm going to be a guest speaker at a Women in Construction event where I'm going to encourage women to join my profession or something similar in the construction industry.
Now, for people who don't know, what specifically have you done with the knowledge you gained through your education? What are you doing in construction?
I am a structural drafter. So I work with structural engineers, and I actually draw up all the plans that are used to build the buildings.
Okay, so the architects think of it and then you fix it. Yeah.
Yes.
Yes. Yeah. Sorry, architects, but you know it's true. Dream your dreams. And for women who are talking about going into a workplace like construction, which, let's face it, traditionally has been a male-dominated field, how do you believe that you're best able to use your position as a Trainee of the Year to advocate for a more inclusive workplace?
I think I'm able to promote it because I'm really eager to get into high schools and talk to some young kids and talk to them and inspire them, because I think that's what I needed when I was in school. I needed someone who didn't go down the traditional university pathway and tried out something different with vocational education, for instance, to stand up and say, hey, look, I did it and I'm successful, and you guys can do too.
Oh, you are absolutely spot on by that, by the way.
Thank you.
Something you should all keep in mind is that particularly for young people or people in at-risk educational environments, seeing someone like them who has succeeded in their, something they'd like to do, that is the most powerful thing that can happen to help project them forwards. So really well done. I really love that you're going to high schools, because we've got to get them young. What's your next step? What are you doing next?
Well, I just want to continue helping with the training awards, I think. This year I was fortunate enough to be on the panel, so I got to help assist in choosing the winner for the Trainee of the Year this year.
Can you tell me who it is?
I can't, I'm sorry.
Oh, dude, I come here and I say this stuff and I still don't know. That's okay, I get to meet lots of lovely people. A lovely person is right here, of course. Madison, thank you so much for your time, and thank you for all your good work.
You're welcome. Thank you. Hi, I'm Madison Camilleri, and I was the 2019 Central and Northern Sydney winner for Trainee of the Year. I know it's been a long journey, but hold on guys, you're about to find out who the winner is. Good luck to all the finalists.
Rightio, it has been a busy evening so far, but the next part is really where the action starts to happen. So I brought Michelle on because she's really good at being an action lady. We're going to be handing out some awards for the Central and Northern Sydney Region Training Awards. So the first winner is for Vocational Student of the Year. The winner of the 2020 New South Wales Training Awards, Central and Northern Sydney Region Vocational Student of the Year, supported by Bear Cottage, is
Donna Fisher. Congratulations.
Wow, thank you very much. That's such a surprise.
So Donna, tell me, why was it that you decided to choose this particular VET course?
So about a year ago now, I was at a bit of a crossroads, and I've had 20 years in New South Wales government as a project manager, and I decided it was time for a change, and I wanted to do something that I felt was going to make a difference. And I've always been very passionate about travel and what travel can do when it's done well, and I really wanted to make a difference to women in the world. And I felt that travel was a good way to do that, to share stories about women that potentially weren't being shared, to bring economic opportunities to women in remote areas in Australia and overseas. And I realised quite quickly that passion wasn't going to make it all happen. I needed to actually get some qualifications under my belt as well. So mostly I want to thank Robin, who's the lead teacher at TAFE Online. And she heads up the travel and tourism area, and all of the teachers that support us. Also want to thank my two children and my partner, who've been very patient while I've spent hours doing coursework and learning new technology, and they've really been a little cheese squad for me in the background. I couldn't have done it without them either.
Oh, Donna, we are so absolutely thrilled for you, and to all of the finalists, a huge congratulations. What say we get on to our next category? That is for Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander Student of the Year. Now, before we get into telling you who the overall winners actually are, we've got, well, an additional award. This is from the Beta Bay Vet Promotional Committee, they wanted to hand out a recognition of excellence for vocational training in this particular area. And that award is going to...
Crystal Overton. Congratulations.
Excellent.
Yeah, I would like to thank everybody and thank everyone in New South Wales training that supported us. Yeah, it's great. My family, my co-workers, my boss will be happy that I'm in my shirt. So yeah, we got this. Go South Cares.
Very, very good. The more winners, the better, I say. Absolutely brilliant. Okay, which means that we are on to doing the big stuff, which is the overall winner. That is for the New South Wales Trainee Awards, Central and Northern Sydney Region, Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander Student of the Year. It's been sponsored by BSI Learning Limited, and that winner is...
Jenaya Millgate.
Way, well done!
Thank you all so much. I am very grateful for this award and I can't wait to see what comes next.
So I've got to ask you, Jenaya, why is it that you chose the VET course that you did?
Well, when I was about, I think, 17 or 18, my parents took on some foster children.
Really?
Yes, all from 2 weeks old to the age of 4. And I knew at the time I wanted to work with kids, didn't know what age group. Knowing I enjoyed helping my parents, I was like, you know what? You continue working, I'll stay home with the kids. So I was at home with 4 kids under 4.
At what age?
I was 18, fresh out of high school. Still not sure what I wanted to do, knew it was kids though. Being at home for 6 months, just with the kids, I was like, right, I now know where I'm going. Childcare's it.
Of course, this journey is one that involves so many people other than just yourself. I'm imagining there's a few people who've been particularly helpful. Who would you like to thank?
My boss for certain for always taking a chance on me. 4 years ago, I applied for several jobs. No one wanted me except for my boss now. I've been there 4 years. I obviously thank my parents. I'm also a faithful person, so I'll thank, the man upstairs as well. And there's a group I call Once in a Lifetime people. They're my backbone, my support group, and that's who I thank for getting me here today.
That's brilliant. Really, it encompasses all of the various parts of the journey. Well, I don't know that I'm as happy as Jenaya, but I reckon we come close. She's very thrilled. And of course, the other people are happy. You've got her teachers, educators, all fantastic. We're just absolutely brilliant. And next up we have the category of Vet in Schools for Student of the Year, and it is supported by Bear Cottage. Alrighty, before we get to our announcement for this particular winner, the Beta Bay Vet Promotional Committee also has an additional award here. It's for recognition of excellence in vocational training in the category. And that award goes to...
Jasmine Bonello.
Oh, well done!
Really? Wow. Oh my goodness, thank you so much. Wow. I would definitely like to thank my teachers, of course, because of their amazing help and just always being there and assisting me. Definitely my school as well, because obviously without school providing me with the courses and resources I needed, I wouldn't be able to have this amazing opportunity. And definitely my classmates. They've really, really helped me and supported me and encouraged me to just keep on going and stay on top of the work. And as I said, I love working in a team. So being able to sit there in class and just have all my classmates around me, it's one of the best, learning opportunities that I could have. So definitely like to thank them. Very good. Excellent. Now, that means the final award is still to go here, Mesh, which means I get to do the... Can you all hear my drum roll? It's not really working very well. But the 2020 New South Wales Training Awards, Central and Northern Sydney Region Vet in Schools Student of the Year, supported by Bear Cottage is... Oh, that's a lot of words. But who's the winner?
Olivia Dipler-Howe.
Gosh, thank you
so much. Oh my gosh, I am in disbelief. Thank you so much. It means the world to me.
So, Olivia, let me know, why was it that you chose this particular VT course?
I chose my VT course, Event Management, because I founded the blended delivery course super appealing and was really excited to explore events management as an industry because it isn't represented by a high school subject. I would love to thank my careers advisor, Alexandra Boaz, and Head of Learning Support, Sally Pajak from Oxford Falls Grammar School, for encouraging me to undertake a TAFE course in my final year of high school. And most importantly, I would love to thank the fabulous mentors from TAFE New South Wales RAG, specifically Susie Watkins, who was not only committed to providing limitless resources and opportunities to make sure I got the most out of my course, but was wonderful in helping me navigate my course despite medical limitations, to show me that there are no boundaries too big when it comes to learning.
Olivia, you're a very worthy winner, but you know what? I'm so thrilled for everybody who was a finalist. In fact, to everybody who's doing their vet in schools throughout New South Wales, particularly if you happen to be in the central and northern Sydney region. Now, next up we have our school-based apprenticeships and trainees. A little bit like vet, but well, entirely different. And we're looking for our apprentice or trainee of the year. Now, we do again have a recognition of excellence in this particular award category for vocational training. And that recognition award goes to
Lucy Martin.
Congratulations, Lucy. Your career is going to be absolutely bright and strong.
Thank you. I'd like to thank my parents for helping me through this whole experience, as well as all the teachers at St Bridget's who helped me through the way and continued to push me to do my best.
And that means it's time for the actual award. Lucy, I'm not suggesting that yours wasn't a real award. It's a real award, but this is like the, you know what I mean. Anyway, this is the 2020 New South Wales Trainee Award Central and Northern Sydney Region School-Based Apprenticeship or Trainee of the Year, and it is sponsored by the Australian College of Commerce and Management. And that winner is... Little drum roll.
Ryan Grouse.
Well done, mate.
Thanks Mum and Dad for pushing me the whole way. This actually means so much to me. Thanks school, it means a lot. I can't believe I've actually done this. I worked that hard for it. The time and effort I've put into this has actually paid off. Just can't believe I've done it. Thank you so much.
You know, Ryan, they do say that to a man with a hammer, everything is a nail, but to a man with a brain, everything is a vet course. Why'd you choose yours?
My grandfather was a carpenter when he was younger, and then when I was a bit younger, I'd help him on the tools a bit, like hand him some timbers and stuff, he'll nail it in. He's passed away, but that was a bit years ago, and my dad always wanted me to become a carpenter, because he's always loved doing carpentry. My dad's a tradie himself, but he's an electrician. But yeah, and basically just driving around, seeing sights, and I just like hands-on stuff. That's why I chose this course.
Fantastic. Has it been rewarding for you?
Yeah, it has been. It's like, when I was shy a bit younger, but it's been challenging, but I worked through it, and now I feel more confident as a person.
Excellent. I'm really glad to hear that. That's one of the loveliest outcomes you could get from this sort of process, is that kind of personal growth, but which of course, you know, is not only due to your study, it's also due to the people who helped you get there along the way.
Yeah.
Who were they, and who do you want to thank?
First of all, my parents for just pushing me, like making sure I do my studies and just like push me to the limit. And then also my boss for taking me on. If he didn't take me on, I probably wouldn't have a job. And also the school for helping me with my studies.
Oh, you know what? I think Ryan might be in luck. Because that, you know that song, if I were a carpenter, and you were a lady. He'll be fine. Yeah, no, great. There's a lot of life ahead for him. Next up, we're looking at the Trainee of the Year. And the winner of the 2020 New South Wales Trainee Awards Central and Northern Sydney Region Trainee of the Year, sponsored by Australian Training Company, is...
Renee Rosado.
Oh wow, thank you so much. I'm just so absolutely honoured. Thank you so much to my college and my workplace Busways for giving me this opportunity. I'm just so humbled that I've been considered for this in the first place, and I'm excited for the week ahead.
I reckon Renee is a pretty remarkable lady. Now, why did you choose to do a VT course?
So I was actually contacted by my employer once I started working for Busways, and they asked me if I would like to get a formal qualification in the work I was already working in. So I jumped at the opportunity and said yes, and it's been fantastic. Oh, look, it would just be absolutely humbling. I don't think I personally deserve it more than anybody else. I'm just really trying to do my job as the best of my ability, but it would just be an absolute honour. I love my job, and I'm glad that it's showing through that to everybody else.
Next up, we have the Apprentice of the Year Award, and I've got to tell you, this is really something special. This is the New South Wales Trainee Awards Central and Northern Sydney Region Apprentice of the Year, and it's sponsored by Health and Safety Advisory Service. Now, a lot of people to choose from, but we can only have one winner. Michelle, who is it?
Leanne Rives. Congratulations.
Thank you so much. Thank you. It just means so much to me. Thank you so much.
Yeah, she is a remarkable woman, and she's joining me right now. Now, Leanne, what on earth possessed you to want to undertake a VET course?
Good question. Well, it started from when I was in high school. I had a great interest in hair already. I had experimented with my hair a lot, and I guess a lot of people could see that, and they were approaching me all the time. So I basically built a little clientele in my backyard, starting off with a few students from my classes, doing their hair, coloring their hair. But because there wasn't as much of attention on apprenticeships and traineeships, I hadn't gone through that path, instead going through uni. But after I went through that and landed a job in that field, I wasn't as satisfied as I thought I would be, so I thought, why not go back to my original passion and try an apprenticeship in hairdressing? And here I am today. Well, I guess the person I'd like to thank most is Trish, my TAFE educator. She has been so supportive throughout my apprenticeship the whole time. I guess it's the first time I felt an educator has invested that much support in me personally, even though there's so many different students that she takes care of at a constant daily basis. She's just always provided me with opportunities to extra courses, extra activities that she thinks I would take an interest in, even if it's not necessary towards my course. She's just always opened doors for me. So I think that was definitely a big factor in my success right now. But also with my team at Wildlife, my educators there, they've also been super supportive, and they've worked closely with Trish, making sure that I have access to all the resources I need, all the classes I need in order to complete my apprenticeship.
You've got a great group of people around you.
I do.
You're
I definitely
very
do.
lucky, extremely fortunate.
Well, when I started my apprenticeship, it was definitely a risky move. I'd already established myself in my career field. I was in a stable job, but I was just very unhappy, and I guess going into this, it was a very scary thing to do. I was surrounded by students that were, 15 years younger than me, so I was definitely disadvantaged a little bit, but I guess this award will just go to show that everything that I've worked towards is definitely worth it in the end, and I hope that it inspires people to know that there's no age limit in education, that you can always learn and always achieve what you want to.
And for those of you wondering, this colour is Marshmallow Powder Puff Unicorn Cloud. You'll find it.
Trademark.
Well done, Leanne. We are absolutely thrilled for you. And also a big congratulations to Michelle here, who called you Leanne Reyes, and not Leanne Rhymes, was what I nearly did earlier on, because it's one of my favourite singers. Anyway, whatever. Well, there you have it, guys. Congratulations to all of tonight's winners. And look, and to all of the finalists generally. What an amazing bunch of people, as I keep saying. Do keep in mind, though, that tonight's award winners, it doesn't stop here. In fact, they'll be going on to be interviewed for the New South Wales Training Awards later on this year. It's in fact in October. So there we have it. That brings us to the end of the formal part of the evening. I've got a quick shout out to everybody involved in making this presentation possible. There's a lot of people who did their bit to make sure that if we couldn't be in person with you, at least we could be with you digitally. So to everyone involved, thank you very, very much. It means it's a final thank you to come from the one, the only, Big Max Wilson from the Bay to Bay Vet Promotional Committee. He's got his final goodbyes.
What a great night. Thank you to all our finalists and award winners. You deserve tremendous accolades for your achievements. We wish the category winners all the best for the next stage in the awards process. Thank you to our sponsors for this evening. Without your contribution, this event would not have been possible. Thank you to our MC, Ed Halmagee. We appreciate the time you've taken to be here with us tonight and acknowledge the professionalism and character you've brought to this event. As a token of our appreciation, the Bay to Bay Vet Promotional Committee would like to donate to your charity, Ed, Bear Cottage, a palliative care and hospice unit of the Children's Hospital Westmead. Tonight has been a real team effort. I would like to thank all the members of the Bay to Bay Central and Northern Region Vet Promotional Committee for their outstanding efforts in making this evening a success.